SD artist.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
And how is everybody today?
How are folks doing?
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How about you? I'm just going to take the volume down on our ears.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, it's a little uncy.
I mean, who doesn't like unsi?
I mean, I like uncy.
Well, I mean, we have a monolith in front of us, which we will destroy at some point today.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Mm-hmm.
You heard your name.
Yeah, we just, chat wasn't updating for us for a second. We just had to click a thing.
Yeah. But now it's here, and now we're ready.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got this all set up. It's just the two of us today. I mean,
it is.
That's the one issue, unfortunately, with Starcrossed is that during times of COVID, you can't, in fact, play it remotely.
Yeah, it's not really. Well, maybe in Tabletop Simulator if you can get a Jenga.
You know, that's
That might be really fun. But we are lucky enough to live together and be able to reach out and touch one another.
Does that even exist in Tabletop Simulator?
I'm sure someone's made it.
Must be, because you'd have to make
you
it so
can
that
flip the table in Tabletop
I mean, that's true,
Simulator.
but you'd have to make it so that the bricks are just different enough.
Yeah, interesting.
And you'd have to randomize where they were, because that's why Jenga works.
Yeah.
So the bricks aren't, in fact, perfect.
Yeah. But we aren't actually just here to play Jenga, because as fun as that might be, there's something else going on.
Or we're specifically not playing, 54 block.
Yes. Good. The rules specify 18 rows, and I was like, oh no, what if they ask me to take off a row?
I mean, that would be a danger.
Yes.
That would be danger. But no, actually, this is a game mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody in chat is familiar with the game Dread, which I believe was the first role-playing game to use a Jenga tower as a game mechanic. And Dread basically has you, whenever you are attempting an action, you have to pull bricks and put them on top if the actions are at all risky. And if you knock over the tower, you die. That's not quite what's happening here.
No. This game is about forbidden love. And every time you do something that's perhaps a little risky, which includes talking to the other person, you either have to be touching the tower or moving a brick. And as you get ever closer to the precipice of admitting your love, so too does the tower get to the precipice of tumbling to its...
In fact, if you're the player who last touched the tower before it falls, your character has to confess their feelings to the other. And all the gameplay before that point is specifically not.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is about two people who really, really want to, but who really, really can't. Starcrossed is by Alex Roberts, published by Bully Pulpit Games, illustrated by Jess Fink. Honestly, just a wonderful book. It's got tons of explanation and a lot of style to it.
Yeah.
But it's a 48-page book, but it's not. It's a fast read. There isn't a ton of text.
There's great little little comic pages and illustrations. They have one rule per page, so it's not dense. It's really well laid out. I was really thrilled reading it. I also like the examples they use. They're really fun. They have sort of two stories that they're using as examples. So yeah.
To give you an idea of how adaptable this game is, the first example that they use are a imperial empress and her grand vizier is as part of a space opera, and then the other one are two guys who are gym buddies.
Yeah.
And that's
which they were more.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the illustrations range from one of them has a cosmonaut and a satyr.
Yeah. And we've got like looks like this fire spirit and either a crystal or ice spirit. You know, you can see what the difficulty would be for the two of those to perhaps meet
Two
romance.
nuns?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the nuns. The nuns seem so
they're
shocked.
really cute.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, I know that it isn't that visible up here, but really, really excellent illustrations. And of course, all the illustrations have them interacting with a Jenga tower. So.
Yes, very cute. So we're gonna start into the setup, the getting ready. We've read through. We've made sure we have all of our materials ready. We've built our tower. But there's something that's in this book that is fantastic. We're going to use our variation on it. So this book talks about the X card, which is available for safety. If there's anything that is said or proposed that you're not comfortable with for whatever reason, you just tap the X card. Each player has one, and that's omitted. You don't have to justify it. You don't have to explain it away, unless it's just to clarify, like spiders. We have a bit slightly more complex set of rules involving our cards. Jon, do you want to go over
Sure.
our
This is what we do
system?
for all of our RPG Clinic games. We have our 3-card system. The green card means I'm totally okay with what's going on. Even if I don't look like I am, I'm having a great time, and I wish to enthusiastically consent to continue or even push further. The yellow card indicates that, heads up, there's something that we need to know at the table. It might mean, like, I gotta warn you about something, or things are getting a little too intense for me. It doesn't stop the game, but it does mean that everyone's just gotta hold up and pay attention. The red card, however, means I need to stop. It means that something is troubling me. I have to stop, be able to either, maybe we have to retcon what just happened, maybe we have to change the scene entirely, maybe we just need to take a break. But no matter what, game does not start again until the player who has shown the red card says that it's okay to continue.
Those of you in chat do not have red cards available, and I know Crosshair may need to pass out at some point because it is late for his time zone. While he's here, you are welcome to direct message him. Hello, Pook. We'll get to the Raiders in a second.
They're Raiders.
You can also whisper RPG Clinic. Jon and I will both see it, but if there's something that we've done or said that you'd really like us to omit, please let us know. We'll do our best to accommodate it. And of course, if you really can't stay, we would much prefer that you leave rather than make yourself suffer. But we'd still like to hear about it so we can do better next time.
Hey Raiders.
Hi.
Welcome to the Stampede. It's good to see you here. We're about to start in on a role-playing game involving a Jenga tower and forbidden love.
Yep.
So that's what we've got. And there's no GM for this game.
No.
It's just the two of us.
We're
So
in this together.
we're in this together. I mean, obviously we're in this together alongside all the rest of you, but we're wereponies today. That's right, because you were awooing.
Oh, yes. RPG Clinic, right? I was gonna use the emotes that I have on my account, but I don't have those on RPG Clinic.
Nope.
Alas.
But obviously we have to not only determine what our setting is and what we're going to be doing, but we've got the rest of the audience here to participate alongside with us.
Yeah.
One of the things that we are going to say, though, is that this is supposed to be a game that's exploring intimacy between two people. We're letting you in because we want to, and we want to share this with you, and we think that it'll be fun. Just know that obviously when it comes down to it, we're the ones making the final choices. So as much as we might ask for opinions, maybe even ask for suggestions, in the end, it does come down to the player's choice.
Yeah. So shall we get into the beginning, which is, so it says decide on the reason, but perhaps we should actually decide on the setting.
So I think that's
let's
part of
get-
it.
Yeah, because there's a reason. I'm gonna sneeze, and I'm nowhere near the...
You're going to sneeze like right onto the tower and make it fall over?
Right? It's actually my secret tactic. We aren't gonna play. Buh. Game over. No.
Just stare into bright light.
Thank you for redeeming bits, or not bits, channel points. So,
All right. So what kind of a setting do we want to be in? Do we want to be in something that's like a historical setting, an imaginary setting, a new setting. Hey, Coughs Bro.
Thank you for the follow. Yeah, and people in chat, if you've got crazy setting ideas, do throw them out.
The game is played over a series of scenes.
Yes.
And the scenes kind of just give you a little prompt about what it might be about. You thought you followed already. No problem, Cosbro. You're following now, and that's what matters. Zombie apocalypse bunker survivors. So apocalypse, maybe. Zombies. I am so done with zombies personally.
Maybe not zombies. Moonbase. I mean, we are kind of in the middle of a pandemic, so maybe no on the apocalypse. It's like as much as this, that it would be a bit dramatic to call this the apocalypse, maybe a bit much. I like the idea of a moon base.
Yeah, I kind of like a moon base.
Yeah. But sciencey, it fits into the Starcross theme. A manned mission to Mars. Ooh. Oh, our commands are absolutely out of date. Don't mind me.
Stuck together for 1,000 days. So is it that we're like...
So, if we're, let's say, manned mission to Mars, or Moonbase, whichever. I kind of prefer manned mission to Mars, maybe. Whereby, maybe, there's probably a bigger crew than just the two of us, but maybe we're on cycles of being in cryostasis. So it's our turn to be the two awake people, but we know that it would be inappropriate if we were to...
I mean, if it's a trip to Mars, to actually fly to Mars would take about a year and a half. I don't know if we'd need cryostasis.
Okay, I don't know why I thought it was like 3. And we still wouldn't necessarily. Okay.
No. But we potentially...
we could be going to faraway space.
But yeah, it could be faraway space. Your turn's for being out of stasis.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is, though, that we would be monitored probably
exactly.
most of the time.
We'd have to, like, check in and stuff. We'd have to be available to answer. And probably be monitored and all of that.
Okay. So we're on our way to... Is it to colonize Mars or just explore Mars?
I think I prefer exploring. I'm not feeling...
So like the first mission to Mars?
Ooh.
So is this...
So we're going to be the Neil Armstrongs of Mars.
Okay. And if we're the Neil Armstrongs of Mars, if that's what we're doing, then that means that this is taking place potentially in the very near future.
Yeah.
Okay.
But let's make it a bit of an idealized future where.
Now.
Yeah, we're here for science and discovery, Enterprise style as opposed to.
So,
Conqueror style.
I mean, obviously, the world is watching us.
Yeah.
Right? I have a feeling like with today's sort of social media atmosphere and all that, that maybe as part of a way to make sure that this mission got funded, that we have almost like a Big Brother-esque communication back with Earth, or at the very least, we have to constantly keep in contact with the mission itself, or with Earth. And the further that we get away from Earth, the longer it's going to take for the communications to go back and forth, right? Like it takes, I forget what it was, it's like an hour or something like that?
Yeah, it's something like that.
To get to
so there are
Mars.
Delays and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I just jiggled the table, so I'm going to have to remember to be careful when crossing my legs from now on.
Yeah, that'll be great. Yeah. You just and...
Yeah.
So then that's a pretty good reason why we shouldn't get together. I mean, that was probably also something that we probably agreed to.
Yeah, it's probably something on the list of things that you have to agree to when you're signing up for a mission like that, is like, don't doink the other astronauts.
Okay. Are we from the same country?
We don't have to be. Maybe that's another thing. Maybe there are tensions between our countries. But I don't want to get into contemporary politics, so...
Okay.
We can be from different countries, but maybe not specify.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
We're from East Canada and West Canada. Canada is split in half. No! I don't know about that.
So then, what's brought us together? So we're in close quarters because we're literally on the ship, and it's our job to come out of. So are we doing the stasis thing, or are we keeping it so that it's just
maybe there's other people around, which makes it more difficult. So we have to find moments alone.
But there might be times where we would have to be alone.
There'd be watches and stuff. People taking turns sleeping.
Yeah, and possibly even things like spacewalk.
Yeah, little
Or-
repairs.
Or just even like in an observatory, because I imagine there'd still be scientific experiments being run all
on
the
way
time,
there
kind of
for
thing.
sure. Have to keep our muscles exercised and stuff too.
Oh, we could have been geese.
Honk.
We could have honked this
Okay,
whole
well,
thing.
if we screw up and we knock over the tower really early, then our
We'll-
second one will be geese.
We'll be geese.
We'll just have to play this again.
Yeah, that's
honk.
true. It's nothing doing that. So what's keeping us apart? So we've already kind of discussed that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like the world is watching. We kind of agreed that the whole point of this mission was that we were supposed to be like explorers moving forward. This like it would be inappropriate,
Yeah.
but also maybe like scientifically, like they're also observing us as we're moving forward.
Yeah, we
and-
probably have like heart monitors and things like that, right?
yeah, and also there's probably a psychological experiment going on. Like, hey, we're sending out a bunch of humans into not deep space,
Yeah,
but into
a long time
like
in space.
out of orbit.
Yeah, because I think the typical cycle for people on the ISS is about 6 months. So, or a
Yeah.
year or something like that.
There have been people who've been there for quite a while, but like it's not for that long. Okay, so
We've gone over our X card.
do we
equivalent.
have any like existing relationships back on the
Yeah, I
planet?
was wondering that.
I kind of feel like maybe one of us does, because we also haven't determined who the lead and the follow are.
No.
So should we do that now?
Yeah, I think so, because that's kind of the next step. And that can help us influence that. Because maybe. Yeah.
Our
Maybe
bot just
include-
kicked into gear and realized that we were streaming and let
Oh,
people know. So
on
there's
Discord? Wow.
That.
That only took it 20 minutes. Oh well.
So in
So,
this game,
yeah.
there's
go over it.
two characters. There's the lead and there's the follow, and that means that the lead is the one who is the one who intentionally does things most often, and the follow is one who does things unintentionally. It doesn't necessarily mean that one is in charge of the other, and it also doesn't mean that the lead and the follow mean that we're in charge of the other from a player perspective.
Yeah, and what's good to establish is that both characters are interested in each other. So even though one person is initiating things, it's not them creeping on someone else. It's mutual.
And it isn't necessarily even initiation. It's just more one person is being very deliberate.
They're like, I want to touch your hand versus accidentally brushing their hand and lingering too long.
Yeah. I kind of want to be the follow.
Okay.
Like, is that okay?
Yeah, sure. I didn't have an inclination.
So
So
I guess
we've got our
that,
character sheets
guess
cut
we
in
can
half.
throw that
Yes,
up on
thank
there.
you for the reminder. So, John, the follow.
hey, Lo.
Hello, Lo. Wow, I'm delayed.
So some people like to take the first step, and some people like to have the last word. In a game like this, no one should get to do both. One player will lead, and the other will follow. The lead goes first. Once the players have decided where the characters are and what's happening around them, the lead player is the first one to describe what their character does and says, but the follow has the last turn in each scene. So we know that. But it's time for us to create our characters.
Yeah.
So the first question is, who am I?
Yeah.
So do we even need to worry about names?
No, the game specifies you don't have to worry about names unless you feel like it's necessary.
Right. Yes, like a tango, one must lead but never leave the other behind.
Exactly.
Remember that Ginger Rogers had to do everything that Fred Astaire did, only backwards and in heels.
Yeah. So, who am I? I've just put an astronaut for now, but perhaps as I fill this out, I'll come up with something else. So the next thing is, what is my most attractive feature? And it doesn't have to be physically, it can be personality-wise. And you decide that for yourself and your character. You okay there, Liz? Or is that a reference that I'm missing?
24601.
Yeah. Oh, someone. Okay, it must have something to do with they miss.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Okay, so I think I figured out who I am.
So then, after you've decided what's attractive about you...
Thanks for the cheer.
Thank you very much. Wub. Nice. We decide for each other what is attractive about us that we don't realize.
So wait, I haven't written down what my most attractive feature is.
So what have you decided for who you are?
So I am the mission specialist in charge with planetary communication. So I'm in charge of making sure that we still have a link to Earth and the communications that we have to have with them.
Maybe going to Mars. So maybe like my specialization is in like biochemistry. Like I'm specifically there to like analyze like the water samples.
Yeah,
and, like,
but you're also into some other kind of chemistry.
romantic chemistry. Yeah.
There we go. All right, what is my most attractive feature?
Difficult.
It's so hard to be like, yeah, this is my most attractive feature. Like
That you feel about yourself, right?
Yeah,
That your
I mean, it's
character
not about your
thinks-
player,
yeah.
it's about your character. But I guess my most attractive feature is...
Clearly your mustache. Dad stash. No. Hello, I would like to link with you. Great, because I would like to sample you.
Okay, so
Thank
my
you,
most
Liz.
attractive feature is that I'm good at solving mechanical problems.
Ooh. My attention to detail.
Oh, okay. But what are two things about me that I don't realize are attractive?
Alright, so you said you're good at solving mechanical problems,
Yeah.
and you are the communication specialist.
Right. I mean, like, everybody on one of these missions has to be
Does
good at a lot of
everything.
things.
Yeah,
but
they often hold multiple degrees, but yeah. Your left ear.
Your hair is always getting into your eyes. Yeah, what are the two things about me that I realize are attractive? The alien spawn growing in my chest.
Put it there, baby.
Ah!
Yeah, I mean, biochemistry. What's attractive about your character? So, I had something and then it went.
Inability to Jenga. Now, is that inability to Jenga as in like capoeira? Because that's a different thing.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Strong arms.
Okay, I've got strong arms. This feels like Fog of Love all of a
Yeah, I
sudden.
know. It seems to be my go-to.
And I'm going to say that the other thing that you don't know that's attractive about you is you very clearly care about... No, you don't care about anything.
Wow.
Um,
I don't care about anything.
I think it's your ability to make tough decisions.
Ability to make tough decisions.
Yeah. Strarms.
And the other thing about you.
My ability to consume human flesh when necessary.
You are good at lots of things. I don't know why I'm struggling with this right
Raccoon
now.
says ability to talk for hours about pop culture memes.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a way with words. Let's go with that, which makes sense. And you are communication specialist.
So then, why can't I act on my feelings?
Communications. That'll do.
I think I can't act on my feelings because I'm acutely aware that the entire planet is watching.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily have to have the same one.
reason. Maybe I'm the one in a relationship.
Sure. You got to be careful about pushing on the
I
table.
know. I'm so bad at that. Okay. Left partner on Earth.
And then why is that so important to me? This mission is historic and will inspire future generations.
I'm a role model. And I believe in honesty and commitment.
Boyfriend back home on the Earth.
Yeah, I have a partner back home on the Earth. I
Welcome
haven't
to
decided
Earth.
on my character's gender. I don't know if I'll ever end up specifying it. They apparently have long enough hair to get into their eyes. That's it.
Yeah, so not me. Hey, Lamira.
Hello. Okay.
All right, and I think that's getting there. That's our characters. So we gotta build the tower, but we actually have to take turns.
Mm-hmm.
We have to each pull 3.
Yep.
So you're the lead.
All right, and it has to be not from the top two rows. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move my iPad away from the tower.
Probably a good idea.
Thruple back on Earth.
Yeah, I mean, we could become a throuple after.
That would make us a quad.
After.
But what if it's a thruple already?
Oh, well.
And you're like, it's okay if I leave because my 2 partners will have each other at least.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're good. They're Gucci. Okay. I'm going to start right at the bottom. Whoa.
So there are rules. We can only use one hand. We can't pass bricks back and forth between a hand.
Yeah.
So now it's me, right?
Yep. So that was 1 for me. 1 for you. But you're allowed to switch hands. Like, and you're allowed to touch as many bricks as you want before moving them. It's not quite super ultra strict Jenga rules. Yeah.
There we go. I mean, technically in Jenga rules, you're allowed to use your elbow to stabilize the tower, but
Yeah. So we've already done a riskier single block pull. Thank you for the follow, Seattle Joe. You can shit bricks all
I mean,
you
we
want.
might be at some point.
Yeah.
Here we go.
God, this is already stressing me out.
So you only have one more to go. I mean,
I
the
do
book
appreciate-
specifically says that if you're stressed out about it, then you should use
It's
that.
good. It's part of the tension that's like, that's what I appreciate about this, is that they're specifically using the tension created by the precarious tower to fuel and build into the tension and the nature of this. All right. We've pulled our bricks. All right, that's not so bad. I felt like maybe we took like way too long talking, but it's only been half an hour, so that gives us like actually the perfect amount of time that I was hoping we would have.
Okay, so once we pull the bricks, it's time to get into our
Ooh.
scenes.
So that was setting up.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, folks. I forgot to press the button. That's okay.
However, there's one other thing. While we're playing, just because I don't want to get into this while we're actually playing. While we're playing, we have moves.
Yes.
The moves that we're allowed to do are actually listed on our character sheets. Our character sheets are not terribly complicated.
No.
But our moves are as follows. So we'll go back and forth.
Yeah.
The first move is that you can describe your character's movements. You can do that unlimited time, and you don't have to pull anything from the tower to do it.
Then you can describe a detail in the character's environment. Again, unlimited uses per game. Don't have to pull a block to do it.
I have, as a maximum of once per scene, I can describe my character unintentionally touching the lead. And every time I do that, I not only have to pull a brick, but I also get to fill in a star on my character sheet.
My character, on the other hand, once per scene maximum, and while pulling a brick, can intentionally touch the follow. I also have to fill in a star, and at the end of the game, the stars will be tallied up if we don't knock over the tower to determine which.
No, if we do knock over the tower.
If
yes.
right,
it's
if we do. Yes, thank you. If we do knock over the tower, at which point it will determine which epilogue structure we fall under.
Once per scene, I can unintentionally reveal something personal. If I do that, I pull a brick, I get a star.
I can do the same unintentionally once per scene.
No, you can do it intentionally once a scene.
What did I... Words. Me word good. The lead can once per scene intentionally reveal something personal.
Yeah. Here, you go on to the next one.
Yeah. Once per game, the lead can unintentionally touch the follow.
And once per game, I can intentionally touch the lead. I can also, once per game, intentionally reveal something personal.
And once per game, I can unintentionally reveal something personal. So effectively, once per scene, my character will do things intentionally, generally speaking. But once per game, I can do things unintentionally.
And I'm
of
the
each
reverse.
Category.
There's one other thing, is that if our characters want to speak, if we want to have dialogue, we must, while talking, be touching the tower. We're not allowed to touch the tower by resting our hand on the table and doing this. You actually have to be touching the tower like this while talking.
Because it's
tense.
Because it's tense, because it's dangerous, and you can only speak dialogue or describe your character's movements on your own turn, but you can talk as players to one another at any time.
All right. I think we're ready.
Yeah. All right. Time to set scene 1. An introduction.
Actually, I'll go over one last because I think some people missed it. If the tower falls, the player who last touched the tower must reveal how they feel to the other character. If the tower never falls and we get through all 8 scenes, the characters never reveal their true feelings to each other.
All right, an introduction. So, our characters already know each other. They've already been on the space station for a while. Or it's not space station, spaceship. My thinking is that maybe we've been out for a few months, but maybe this is the first time that we're working on a mission or a project particularly together.
So maybe you're introducing me to the protocol of your experiment that you're doing.
That sounds good.
And maybe I'm also trying to like relay that to Earth, like so it's sort of like a vlog.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're trying to grok it enough to like, tell like the kids back home what we're doing out here on this cool space mission.
I do like cool space missions.
Yeah. All right. So set the scene. Just describe stuff and talk. Okay, that makes sense to me. I'm just gonna cover this, so I'm not worried about elbowing it. Okay. So we're in the little nook where we've got some plants growing, and it's also where we've got our water filtration system so that we can water the plants and also rehydrate some of our food.
You're shaking the tower already.
Okay, don't touch the table while I'm talking. Maybe I just want it to fall right away. Yeah, it's just that I can do the 3/4. Okay, I'll get used to it.
I think that as the tower gets more precarious, you might notice it more.
Maybe, or I'll just knock it over real fast. Yeah, so, I'm explaining the more specific details of this plant's life cycle and why it's important. And I, Kate, don't know any of that, so I've just got to come up with perhaps some dialogue that is interesting for the two of us.
So my character is holding like a video camera, and
okay.
I'm sort of zoomed in at first on the experiment itself. Maybe it's like some lichens that we're planning to introduce to Mars, so that we can contaminate it already.
I don't know about that. Maybe it's some algae that we're engineering to give us the right nutrition.
Except that every once in a while I keep sort of like pulling the camera up to like see you while we're doing it, and it's I'm going back and forth between it, but I'm also being careful not to like give everybody motion sickness by moving around too much.
So it's really important for us to keep our nutrition well balanced while we're up here on space. We need to take care of ourselves and one another through this work of ours.
So I'm gonna push off from the table, right? Because we're in microgravity.
Yeah, I think I've got myself a little anchored right now.
So I'm just gonna make sure that I get a better angle. All right, so we're gonna have a look at over here, and unfortunately, as I move, I kind of bump into your side a little bit because it's uncontrolled gravity, right?
That's also gonna fill a star for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Boop. You can color that in on your sheet once you're done your move. I'm going to reach out and steady you. Once I can find a brick to pull. Yeah, so this is where the changing hands is okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm not pushing it from one hand to the other.
Yeah, you're fine that way.
Yeah. Let's try it here. I definitely have a preference for the lateral ones. so that's a star for me as well, because I intentionally touched you.
Yep. Did it show your star?
Oop, no. There it is.
There we go. Maybe you just didn't hit the button.
No, my number count is just off. I'll just, whatever, I can count the number
Cool.
of stars on the screen. Yep.
I mean, sorry. And oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm going to flick the camera off. And then just sort of let it float off into space. I'm
Touch the tower. If you're talking.
I'm thinking about
Okay,
what to
sorry.
say. I don't actually know what to say yet.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let the camera go off into space. The transmission is over.
I also don't know what to say.
Do you ever really get used to, zero gravity? I mean, it feels weird that it's the first time that I'm in space and all.
I've always found it thrilling, the freedom that it gives. Do I have to move a block when I do that?
You're revealing
Really
something.
something personal. Yes, pull required. Okay. I've always found it very freeing. So that's another star for me. And that's maximum. Yep.
So I'm gonna, when you say that, I'm gonna start sweating just a little bit, right? Like and like there's this sort of, I'm a little bit still queasy when I'm in space, but like I don't mean to let you see that.
That works. Bonk. So that was unintentional for you, so that's a star for you.
Yeah.
All right, we're each at 2 stars.
But it is a really cool experiment that you're doing. I just hope that everybody on Earth understands how important your work is here.
I know algae isn't necessarily very exciting, and it sometimes gets a bad rap back on Earth due to blooms, but I think it can be the future for us in a lot of ways. And she puts a little bit of extra emphasis on the us.
I'm going to make sure that everybody on Earth knows just how important you are and your work. And I think I'm going to
Yeah, I like the scene ending there. You maybe go off after the camera, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I better take these notes and float away to get a pen or something. Cool. So that's the end of scene 1.
What's scene 2?
All right, scene 2.
Maybe
Oop.
change the music?
Oh yes, sorry about that. We're into like our other music now. A little embarrassment is scene 2.
Oh, little embarrassment.
Just a little. Un petit peu.
So where are we now? Maybe we're just about to, like, it's the end of the day, and we're heading off to our own separate kind of like sleep pods.
Yeah, or maybe we cross paths heading into and out of the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's like a weird shower situation in 0G. Okay.
So start us off.
Can it be that you're finishing your shower and I'm on my way in?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'd like to knock on the door to the hold, the room that's in.
Oh, just a second. I'm almost done. Here, I'm gonna like very quickly turn the water off. Except that when I turn it off, and I open the door, I don't wait long enough for the water to like
To
fully
get vacuumed
drain.
away.
So I open the door and there's just like blops of water that floats out. Not anything like too serious.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's not
just
like it's
like a few
endangering the
little
mission. But now there's like
droplets.
water droplets out,
Mm-hmm.
and like I'm trying to like pull my towel around myself. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, I interrupted you. And I'm gonna like grab one of the towels and start like just grabbing the little water droplets and absorbing them and stuff. I miss hot showers. I miss long, hot showers. I think that's so far what I miss the most. You'd think it would be the food, but I'm okay with nutrition. Not so okay with this, and I gesture towards the showers.
You've had your eye on that piece for a little while. I can tell.
I don't know. It's like it's visually like right where I want to be pulling pieces apparently. So that's another intentional revelation from my character.
Honk.
Nice crosshair. She's had her eye on that piece since she came out of the shower.
So while we're like cleaning it
Yeah.
up, I reach out to try to snare like the last little bit
Yeah.
of water, and then it bursts, like the
The droplet sort of
droplet
starts
bursts,
separating.
and it just sort of and
Yeah.
shit. Look, here, hold on. And I'm gonna try to reach out and grab it in my hands.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big deal, right? Like everything's gonna be okay. We just have to push it right back down the drain.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this happens all the time. You can never get every last droplet. And I'm gonna wrap your hands with the towel that I've been using to try to to grab the last of the water. Yeah.
Stealing my
Sorry,
fucking
you
brick
can have
again.
that
No,
piece,
go
it's
ahead,
fine. No,
take it.
no.
Just take it.
No, I refuse. There we go. I did the pass back and forth. I'm a bad player. I cheated. I didn't do it dangerously enough. Okay.
So while you wrap my hands,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, that's going to shift me enough that my towel starts to slip. So I'm going to twist my body
Yeah.
to make sure that no one else, to make sure that I don't expose myself. But unfortunately, that means that my leg is going to rotate and it's going to brush against your thigh. And then crap. I don't. My hands aren't.
Don't worry. I'm turning away. I'm going to take the towel and turn away from you. Oh, I was touching at the bottom.
You mean
I
the
will-
towel around my hands?
Yeah, I'll take the towel.
You're not like pulling the.
No. I'll take the towels around your hands.
However, when you pull the towel away from my hands and I turn, you notice that I've got a tattoo of a. What's the tattoo of?
Consolation.
No, I think you see that I have a tattoo and it's of a it's a waveform.
Ooh, nice.
It's a waveform and it wouldn't normally be visible, but it's on my hip.
Ooh.
So because I've turned, you'd see that.
Nice.
This is an uncooperative tower right
Yeah.
now.
Well, you had that piece that I stole from you.
Oh, there we go.
Or I didn't steal from you.
I used it already.
My character isn't going to say anything about it now.
So I should have 4 stars.
Yes, thank you.
Because I just
Oops,
I
yeah, you did
unintentionally
2
revealed
things.
something personal.
Sorry about that. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, she's just going to make a note of that for later.
Smell the towel. Jesus.
I'm going to go wring this out in the sink and next door. And, oh, I shouldn't be near the bottom. I'm going to wring this out in the sink next door. I think you're strong enough to handle this on your own.
No, I'll take care of it. You should take your shower.
I'm going to pass the towel. Like, I'm going to sort of gently flow the towel towards you.
So I'll take the towel and
Yeah.
I'll hold it very gingerly, except that like I've got those strong arms, right?
Yeah.
So, but it means that I've been very careful to be gentle with things.
Yeah.
So I'm going to carry it probably a little too gently, and then with one hand on the towels and the other hand on my towel,
Yeah.
I'll push off to get over to the sink and leave you behind.
And I think that's the scene.
You don't get to make that
Sorry,
call.
right? Sorry, my bad. I forgot. My bad.
But yes, that's the end of the scene.
Sorry about that.
No, it's
I'm
fine.
like,
but
oh, we're collaborating, but you're right. I start, you fall.
Yeah.
You end. Okay. Well, that was fun. Time for scene 3.
we're currently maxing out on stars.
Finding common ground.
Ah.
And maybe wet towels.
So where are we
Okay.
now?
Maybe we're doing
Each
a-
other.
not so soon. Maybe a broadcast, like, or maybe communication back home or something. Or is there something?
Yeah, how about an interview?
Yeah. Okay, I like that. But you're interviewing me.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So set it up.
So we're partway in. We've like introduced ourselves to, folks back home, given the preliminaries of our mission. Yeah, you're interviewing maybe me about, like get to know the people on the ship. So it's my turn to be get to known. What? Do you have thoughts, feelings on what we could be specifically talking about at this time?
So, clearly, you had to agree to go on this mission. We're going to be at least 4 years away from Earth. Who do you have at home?
Well, of course, I got my family, my parents. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I have a dog. She's really cute. I miss her a lot. I also have a girlfriend back home. I like smile towards the camera. But, this is something I've always dreamed of. Traveling into space, traveling to Mars. I mean, it's more than once in a lifetime, and this ability to do rigorous and reactionary studies on the materials that we discover there is just going to be life-changing, I think, and help us learn a lot more about what's out there.
So you revealed something personal about
Yes,
yourself.
I did. There might have also been a little bit of nervous talking at having to reveal that. Ooh, that's a bit risque. I don't want to be that risque. Oh, God, This tower is getting risque. Because we've also done some center pulls, which means less overall pulls that can be made. Alright. Oh. Got him. This is a risky pull, folks. Sorry for the breathing intention. Oh my god. I'm really worried that once I place it, everything's gonna fall.
So
Okay,
I'm gonna
let's
click the
start.
camera. I'm gonna click the camera off after our standard sign out.
Yeah.
Hey, you did great. Honestly, like you did fantastic, and it's gonna make sure that people get to know you better. Honestly, any time that someone gets to know you better is gotta be worthwhile, and people will know how important you are to the mission. Does that count as an unintentional?
I don't know whether that's a revelation at all.
Okay, we'll leave
So
it for now.
I'll leave it. Yeah. I mean, you're also mission critical as well. The point of this is to educate and discover, and you're helping everyone share in that.
I don't know about everybody, like it's yes, it's important, and I know that this mission has to be documented and recorded, and I mean, it's not like anybody can stop us now, but we're about to do something incredible, and maybe it's that kind of promise that we really have to look forward to.
Yeah, I think this mission's going to be great. I want to give you a little pat on the head, maybe a little bit of a squeeze.
Okay.
That's gonna be a pull.
Yep.
So I'm gonna
Do the pull before you get the star.
Flippity floop. Okay, so I've destabilized it that way, so I want to counterbalance it this way.
Remember that there's the upper parts too.
Yeah.
Of course, it's really not stable there. Center from there.
Thank you. I intentionally touched it.
I mean, we all worked really hard to get here, right? Like, I can't count how many tests we had to take. But hey, I mean, we're here now, and so you've got a girlfriend back home.
Yeah, yeah. It was tough. Deciding to leave someone back there. But we decided that, if long distance doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And I mean, talk about long distance, huh? Thousands and thousands of kilometers away. Nothing like it.
I wouldn't know about long distance at all. I've never had that kind of experience. But I bet it must be tough. Not that I would know anything about it.
Yeah, well, whatever happens, happens. That's life. You gotta take your chances when it's something this big. Something this thrilling.
Chances. Yeah, I guess. Sometimes I think it's a bit more about, promises.
Promises?
Yeah, they're sometimes I've never broken a promise before. I don't intend to start doing that now. I'm going to qualify that as
A revelation?
a revelation.
There you go.
And then I'm going to pack up the camera again. And this time, as I'm clearly flushed. I spoke a bit too much.
I don't know if you want to continue anything.
I'll let you go ahead.
You've never ever broken a promise. Not even once. Not even because of circumstances beyond your control.
Some promises are really important to keep. And I am going to quickly make my way towards the airlock, except as I'm pulling it to try to get it open, I fling open the door, and then as I'm steadying myself to stop it, I'm going to stop it with my hands, but of course that's because you can't just stand there. The door will then push me, and I'm going to float backwards until I'm going to bump into you, like my whole body, but like my back moving towards.
Well, I've already intentionally touched you, so I don't think I'm allowed to again.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just, be surprised, and I guess because you're already touching me, I'm just gonna, give you a bit of a push with my body to, just push you back off.
I think that's going to be the end of the scene.
Okay. Tensions are rising, as is the tower. Let's see what scene 4 has for us. Scene 4, scene 3, scene 4. Hard at work. Is this time for a repair?
Yeah, we're on a spacewalk.
Yeah, we're on a spacewalk. I like that. It's important, but it's not like life or death, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we're repairing a heat shield. We'll eventually need it to work if we're going to actually land on Mars.
Yeah, but we have, months if we can't get
Mars
it done
has much of an
tonight.
atmosphere, but
Still.
anyway.
So lead starts. So we're all suited up and tethered and everything. And we've gotten ourselves kind of established around the area that we need to work on. And we're going to crosshair. We're going to so we've gotten ourselves to the location, and we're starting to work on it. Once we're done this, do you want to dawdle a minute just to enjoy the view?
So I'm gonna turn my head, which also has a camera mounted on top, to focus on you, and we gotta make sure that we don't, put too much strain on our crewmates paying attention to us out here, right?
Yeah, of course. And I mean, if this takes the whole time we had allotted, we won't do anything too dangerous. Can you pass me that wrench?
So I'm gonna take the wrench,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna pass it over. But as I pass it over, I'm gonna bobble it
Yeah.
a little bit. Why am I touching the tower if I'm not
Yeah,
talking? So I'm going to
that's
bobble
okay.
it. So then I'm going to reach out to try to take it, and then I'm going to pull it back. But as I'm pulling the wrench back, it's moved past your body. So I'm going to like almost like be wrapping you in a hug. And of course the camera is like close to yours.
Yeah.
And I'm going to immediately just let the wrench go and just, slide my way back along the side of the ship.
Grab the wrench. Grab the wrench. So that's another star for you. So I think you had gotten one earlier, so you're now
I'm
at
at 7 stars now.
You should be at 7. Okay. I am slow at adding yours. My bad. Weird. This chat is being a little laggy and updating.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Yeah, we've got some tunes going. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna...
Sorry. And I'm gonna frantically.
Sorry.
And I'll frantically like try to write and then tap the thing so that I turn the camera off.
No worries.
No, it's okay. We're gonna get this sorted out. We just need a patch over here, and then honestly, I can just bend this little wire there, and we're good. We're good. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Bob's your uncle.
Something up.
Oh, I just. Oh, Bob's your uncle is just something that my someone I know used to say.
I'm gonna ball, I assume.
Shit. Oh, fuck.
I want to rest my hand on your shoulder. Not touching it while I laugh.
Pull the brick, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just trying to... Okay, so I don't want to pull... No, it's leaning towards you. But there's more bricks, so do I want to lighten it? But that'll help it tilt that way. So I want to tilt it this way. So pull another brick this way, but that'll keep the weight. Oh, fudge. I don't understand Jenga physics, actually. Am I going to topple this? Because that'll further destabilize it to go that way. Oh, I don't understand. Oh.
Just try up here.
I'm sorry if this falls. Oh my god. You're okay. You're okay. You're better than okay. You're good. You got this. Now, about those wires you were just talking about. And I want to point maybe my headlamp towards the wires, which maybe brings me a little closer to you, but not touching. I've already got my hand on. I leave my hand on your shoulder though, as I lean in to point my headlamp for you.
You're so reassuring. I really do appreciate that. You really got this going.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna like slam the panel back shut and then just like punch it just a couple of times.
Yes, because of maintenance.
Hey, you in there, can you just check to make sure that that's all set up?
All's clear. So that's a couple minutes quicker than we had to. I want to point off towards, maybe we're, maybe Jupiter is like, in alignment such that we can see it. It's an angle we don't get to see very often. Yep, that's an angle we don't get to see very often from Earth.
They would have loved to see that.
I'm just gonna look at your character. Yeah, I'm sure they would have.
Land it there. So how many stars do you have? 7?
I'm at 7.
I'm at 8.
You're at 8. Whoop, 8. Okay. You've been doing 2. I didn't reveal anything about myself, but I didn't.
That's
I don't
fine.
know. Yeah.
You don't have to. And
have
also,
to
it's
have
not like
perfect
it's a
score,
winner
yeah.
or loser.
No, it's just how close to the precipice we became. All right. Close, quiet, and alone.
All right, so it's like the night shift.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, like it's nighttime back on Earth with whichever place we're typically communicating with.
but like it's also night cycle on the ship, so there aren't anybody there. But I think that we both accidentally. It's when we're okay. So it's not accidental. It's when we return from the spacewalk and we're in the airlock, and we have to wait in that airlock
For like recompression.
But it's very close
Yeah.
quarters. It's
Yeah.
very tight, and we have to like help each other out of our spacesuits and stuff like that.
I like it. Here, let me get that for you. And my character is going to yeah, start maybe undoing one of the buckles or whatever that's hard to reach. And
Enjoy.
going to like maybe take like your hips to shift you so that she can better get at them. Look at the camera. I don't know which way is better. Boop.
You're here. Hold on. You're not going to be able to see, and I'm going to reach forward. Sorry. Hey, you're not going to be able to see where you're going, and I'm going to reach forward, and I'm going to tuck your hair behind your ear, which is a deliberate
Ooh. Star for
touch.
Dawn.
A deliberate, intentional touch, which is the one time allowed to do that this game.
Yeah.
It's fine. That doesn't count.
Deliberate touch, trademark. Did you just pull that from up there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the top 2 rows. We'll leave it for now.
No,
but
this
in
is the
future.
top row.
Oh, technicality.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm here for it.
least I think so. Let me just check that to make
I mean,
absolutely
I
sure.
don't know. Maybe it's the top 2 completed, but we're going to leave the move however it is.
At least 2 completed rows of
Okay.
3 bricks. So no,
So-
it's not legal.
But we're going to leave it. It's done.
Okay. I'm going to put it back.
Please don't. Oh my god. You just want to knock it over, like...
I don't want to cheat.
It's not cheating. It's just misunderstanding the rules. And it's like, oh good, I'll take the other side.
I misinterpreted the rules.
Yes.
Right from the bottom, folks.
Bottom center. Yeah. Right from the bottom and you put it on the top. Yeah, my hair's gotten kind of long, hasn't it? It's always... I suppose I've always been a little vain when it comes to my hair. I'm lucky that it's... I've never dyed my hair, you know? That's an intentional reveal.
But you don't need to dye your hair. It's, you know, it shows up well on camera. And really, that's all that's important, isn't it? That we look beautiful for the camera.
I think there's a bit more to it. I think you're selling yourself short.
Well, I don't know about short.
Taking off my...
How did
helmet.
I brush your hair?
Oh yeah,
You
my
feel-
helmet was already off, obviously,
You
sorry.
pull the hair thing,
Yeah.
the
yeah.
hair cover.
And I'm maybe taking off my big ass gloves.
Ow. Damn it. I've just got an itch on my back. You ever get that?
Yeah, absolutely. I've already touched you intentionally this scene. I can't unintentionally scratch your itch for you.
No, it's okay. I mean, we're used to we have to be used to dealing with discomfort sometimes for a very long time.
Go for it. What is that? A revelation?
Yeah,
Honey?
I'm revealing that I'm no stranger to
Discomfort?
to
Okay.
bad things. There's more in my voice than just...
Here you go, now you can take from that level. Now it's safe.
Safe? Yeah, that's the word I'd use.
Yeah.
Safe.
Yeah, sometimes you have to go through a bit of discomfort in order to discover something new.
Did you ever get lonely?
Who doesn't? As much as we have each other out here, it's not quite the same as being back home with all those people around. It's just a few of us.
Yeah, but I mean, do you ever miss your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, we're ending it there. So I've got 10.
And I'm at 9.
All right. We're getting spicy.
Yeah, well, we're getting close to the end. A disagreement becomes heated. Now, it doesn't have to be a disagreement between us. It can be.
I want it to be that the ship is getting too heated. Because,
nice.
Because, and there's a disagreement among the crew about how to fix it.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna actually be like drinking some sort of beverage from probably a sippy cup because it's space. But
I'm in space.
so there's a bunch of us perhaps gathered either near the problem or at least somewhere where there can be enough of us discussing it. Okay, so we have a few options here. There are a few things that we could jettison to allow some more air in to cool things down.
I know that we're traveling at too high a speed to get out, but I could leave the ship again. I could patch it up. I know we're going too fast, but I'll be able to make it. I'll get the patch in.
As you said, we're traveling too fast. That's preposterous. No.
Shit. We're getting another live comm coming in from Capcom.
Fuck Capcom. Find a way to cleverly tell them now's not the time.
All right, so my character, I'm just gonna reach forward for the controls and pull myself in, and I'm just so focused on this that I'm gonna pull myself right close to you so that we're like shoulder to shoulder, typing everything in, but really like laser focused on what we're trying to accomplish. And I'm gonna fuck this up. Just know it. Oh, fuck me.
Perhaps we will. Perhaps we won't. I'm calming. Y'all are being hilarious in chat. Sorry for not calling you out more often.
Thanks for the cheer.
Thanks for the bits. All right. I think what it comes down to is that we can use some of the excess water that we've stored for some of my experiments. Fuck the experiments. We need to get ourselves there. We've got plenty of data so far.
No, come on. This is what you're good at, making the hard decisions. Sometimes we got to take risks.
And I'm taking a risk. I am throwing away research that was part of our mission. I'm not putting your life at risk. I'm not putting any of our lives at risk.
You know this is our best chance to get this fixed.
You know it's not a risk we're willing to take.
Is it not a risk that we're willing to take, or not a risk that you're willing to take?
If you died, I would not be able. That would wildly affect not that would wildly affect my mental state. That's a revelation.
Yep.
That's block pull. That's a, oh my god, wobble. And my hands are never steady. My flippy floppy days. Oh, my flippy floppy days. Oh dear.
You'll get over it. Sometimes you know that you've done the right thing when you order somebody to do something that I got over it.
Got over what?
Look, I remember that once I had to, while I was in the military, I commandeered a vehicle alongside two of my squad mates, and we went out joyriding. It was a lot of fun, but that at the end, somebody had to take the heat for it. It was me. I was willing to do that because I had to protect what everyone else was trying to do. If I had gotten in trouble, it wouldn't have been that big a deal. But if they'd gotten in trouble, they were already on probation, they would have been drummed out. And as it stood, everybody made it through okay. So sometimes taking a risk, it's fine. Is that a...
That's a revelation.
All right, but that's intentional.
Yeah,
so,
it seems more that way.
That's my intentional.
That was risking getting in trouble, not risking your life. This is a completely different matter. I'm risking getting in trouble for throwing away research. I don't give a flying fuck about that, okay? I will not accept risking a life.
I don't want to see your experiments go. You've been planning this for a decade.
These aren't worth a risk. I don't want to lay my hand on your forearm.
Okay.
Which is an intentional touch, so I guess I'll resolve that first. I don't envy myself. Okay, I'm allowed to shift myself. I'm allowed to reposition.
It's a bold
Oh,
move.
we've got a little tiny one-on-one down there. That is danger. Danger. Man, nothing wants to give. Okay, everything's destabilizing with this, so that's a no. I just don't know what there is left to pull. Okay,
Fine, you know what you're doing. And I'm gonna end that scene there.
perfect.
So I should have 12.
You should have 12?
Yeah.
You were at 11, sorry about that.
And how much do you have?
I'm at 11.
Oh shit. Okay.
We're at scene 7, a difficult choice. We're just talking about a difficult choice. Oh my god, this tower freaks me out. maybe we're a little further into the mission. Maybe we're getting closer to approach, but not like tomorrow or anything.
How about I have appendicitis?
Oh my god. I love... No, don't they remove your appendix? I'm pretty
not
sure...
necessarily. Not anymore.
Where was I just reading about that? Hold on, sorry. This is gonna bother me if I don't take a second to think about it. Doctors. Remove their own appendix. Had to be a doctor. I don't remember what this context was. Sorry,
Master
this is
and
gonna...
Commander?
No, I was reading some dumb shit the other day. Anyway. Great. You know what? Fuck it.
So
Space
I
fantasy.
have appendicitis and you're a biochemist.
Yeah, we don't have any actual, like, medical doctors on board.
Well, that would be impossible for something like this, but let's...
Great. So yeah,
The doctor got sucked out of an airlock.
right? I don't know. Or maybe I am, like, do they send a an actual MD surgeon? Would they?
They potentially would on a long trip like this, but let's
So
say
let's
that you
say
have
that I'm
enough
the
medical
closest.
training.
I'm the
Yeah.
closest thing to the doctor on board.
Okay.
And it's a difficult decision. Okay. God, surgery. Yeah. I mean, but turn back isn't enough time. Like,
What if
yeah.
we're not NASA though?
Yeah.
We never said where we're from.
Yeah, we're from new countries. The world had a huge political shift, and we're all from
Anyway.
countries that don't currently exist. There, boom, fantasy.
Set the scene.
So, we have figured out what's going on. Like, we've diagnosed the problem by now. We've cleared out one of the sleeping areas. We've cleared out the eating area. So there's the table. We've got you on the table because we were doing palpitations and stuff to diagnose.
I missed the palpitations.
Oh, it's okay. There might be more palpitations soon. And so, you're shirtless, if that's okay.
Yeah.
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 And it is your appendix.
Ah, shit. Okay. So, what do we do?
I mean, back on Earth, this would be straightforward. Cut it out, stitch you up, have a few days of bed rest. No record of such extensive surgeries being done in 0G before now.
If it's my appendix and it ruptures, I'll go into sepsis. So it has to come out, no matter what.
Yeah.
I want you to broadcast this live.
That's how you want to communicate this? You want everyone to see this happening live? Do you wouldn't that dishearten the masses?
Because if it doesn't work and I don't make it, then it'll look like we covered something up. Change the music.
Have things really gotten that tense? Have things really gotten that tense politically? They'll think the worst?
I'm thinking about how we might make your girlfriend a hero. Or show your girlfriend that you're a hero.
This isn't about her. This isn't about me. I absolutely do not want to be shown a hero, especially to her. She doesn't need to see that.
But it also means that if I don't make it, then the world will know that we tried everything we could.
You're the communication specialist. You made the call. I'm going to start prepping for surgery.
I'm going to reach out, but I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try covering the tattoo that I have on my side of the waveform.
It's not the first time I've seen that. It's nice.
It's just a sentence.
Well, you'll have to tell me what it says after I'm done here. I'll make sure not to nick it. And I'm gonna sort of press your shoulders down on the table to like really get you in position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, get me in position.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be that top row. Just, it looks pretty vertical on camera. It doesn't look that bad, honestly, but when you're touching it and manipulating it, like you're all talking about the wobble.
I think they can see the wobbles.
Ooh, that one's easy. Okay, I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain.
It's okay.
Oh, fuck.
It's all right.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Done. Take my intentional touch star.
That's it. I'm ending the scene.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see if I make it. Maybe the next one is you die.
Right? No, the next scene is, oh, it is. It's parting ways perhaps forever. Holy shit.
So
Okay.
maybe, do we want to go like dark with this?
Like, do we want to go to the surgery, like further in the same surgery, or do we want to go like we've landed and you're staying on deck to run communications and I'm going out?
I mean, depends on how dark you want this to be. Do you want this to be like parting because maybe the surgery is not going well, or do you want it to be like?
I don't think I want to go there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then, yeah. So you've successfully delivered us to Mars.
Yeah.
And I'm staying behind.
Thank you for the bits. Okay. I know what I want to say. You got to tell me what that tattoo means. You never told me. And you owe me. And I want to like, oh fuck, why am I doing this? No, I'm not going to do it yet because I want to hear some more of this scene.
You're right. I told you that I never broke a promise. And I promised you. I did. I really did. It's a waveform of Charlie saying, "You'll go far."
Well, you certainly did. I'd love to find out who this Charlie is.
They were very special to me. They...
It's okay. Just doing our first little exploration. We'll bounce around a little. You can tell me later.
I had to leave them behind. I'm not ready to leave them. I'm not ready to leave behind behind too. This is gonna be a problem.
This row's legal.
Yeah, it is, but I want to leave that for...
That's okay, there's the other side. Like, we're at scene 8, like...
It's true, this is the last scene.
If we don't topple it, our romance never happens.
Maybe that's what happens.
Yeah. Man, my character's a one-trick pony with the moves. But, so it goes. No, you know what? Guess this is it. Off into the great unknown. Set foot where no one has ever set foot before. Wish me luck. I'm gonna, like, put out my hand, and so I want to say this is initiating the contact.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I need to properly place that.
You're going to be the first person to set foot on Mars.
Oops. Shoot. Sorry, people. That's not the right button.
And as we shake hands,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to yeet you just a little bit
Mm-hmm.
so that you, like, not like pushing you off, but like encouraging you. And then I'm going to turn the camera on.
Can you turn that off for 1 second?
But this is our first step on Mars. This is... The whole world's watching.
I was gonna reveal something, but I'm not doing it on camera.
Well,
Fuck. Sorry. No, that's okay.
Okay, hold
That's
on.
out of character.
go ahead.
You talk about not leaving Charlie behind. I'm okay with leaving everyone behind. This time away from Earth has made me reevaluate who and what I want to spend my life with. And that's an intentional reveal, I'm gonna
Yep.
call it.
Yep.
Let's find out.
That's
No,
not
that's not a
illegal.
complete row, right?
One
No,
of
no,
these
no,
two.
it's gotta be one of these or down here. Oh, God. But you might want to be ready to guard yourself.
If you use your finger to like help push your way out.
Yeah, there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks
There are advanced
that are
moves
legal.
that you could use. You could squeeze two of them together.
Oh my god. That's a thing? No. I think this might be it. I think this might be it.
Or you just don't touch me.
No, it's already done. I've already said it.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Do it.
John. Oh god. This is going. Prepare yourself,
Oh,
John.
no, I believe you. I believe in you. Don't let it twist any further.
Cat. I was legitimately trying to get it out properly. I've broken things off with my girlfriend
When?
a couple weeks ago. I realized that I was in love with someone else. That's why I wanted the cameras off.
Capcom's calling.
Fuck Capcom.
I'm turning the camera back on.
Yeah. And off into the great unknown.
So, how many total stars do we have?
So, should be 14 on my side. I have 12 for you?
Yes, I have 12.
Okay, so that is...
That means that we have a combined total attraction score of 26.
Okay.
And on the epilogue chart, that's your mind is overruled by the frantic beating of your heart. Damn the world. From now on, you only need each other.
So for our epilogue... Oh god, I forgot I was tethered. But I was like, I don't have to worry about the table anymore. I can shift around. So damn the world.
So you just
Yeah,
stay
so
on Mars?
no. But I think probably you did turn on the transmission, like we did the first steps on Mars, but I think we maybe as soon as back on ship there's perhaps a reckless abandon with which we give in to our desires.
Well, once you've stepped out, yeah, and once you come back, I think that for the rest of the day, cameras are on us, right? Like we can't escape it.
Yeah.
And then finally, there's just a moment where I tell Mission Control that we have to sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell the rest of the crew that in this moment, here you keep talking to them, and I'm going to float them the camera.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take a look at you, head off into your lab.
Nice. And I seal the door behind us.
So what happens? Do you end up leaving Mars when you're supposed to? Do you leave?
Yeah,
them
we
behind?
aren't establishing a colony here.
So what happens when we get back to do we hide it from the rest of the crew? There's no way we could keep this a secret.
Yeah, we don't keep it as we can't keep it a secret, but I think publicly maybe we do for the sake of it's something that we can admit in our memoirs or prepare a statement once we're back on Earth, but to prevent any sort of scandal publicly. But we don't care that the other astronauts know.
So we keep the affair going until we get back to Earth, but then do we break it off at that point? Do we have to?
No. Do we have to decide that? We don't.
Maybe that's where we end. Maybe
Yeah.
it's they're touched back down on Earth, and we know what we know about ourselves, and that the entire world is watching, and that they know that you had a girlfriend. And that is she there? When we
No,
land?
she did break things off. I would have broken things off with that.
And you don't think
with
that
her.
the governments would have encouraged her to be there to show stability?
I have no idea.
Well,
I think that would be
we-
cruel.
Maybe we don't know.
Yep.
Maybe that's how it ends,
Yep.
without knowing.
So that's star-crossed, folks.
Zero G boning. It's never happened, according to NASA. We're not sure if that's true or not.
I would say yes. I would say that's true. Thanks for joining us, folks. So, what did you learn?
I learned that I'm more fearless than you when it comes to Jenga. I think the interesting thing is just how difficult it is to be unintentional.
Yeah.
The idea that you have to reveal things unintentionally, there's a couple of different ways to do it, but the trick is to, like, you know, to sometimes it can't be verbal, sometimes it has to be something like, oh, covering something up or whatever.
Yeah.
Thanks
for the
Esty.
bits.
How about you?
I found that the fact that I could only do certain moves once per scene was interesting. Like, it was definitely interesting and limiting. It was like, oh, I wish I could do this more. And so it was nice to have to draw out the relationship because I'm not used to those kinds of constraints.
I wonder what would have happened had we not knocked over the tower, because we were close to that.
Yeah, and I honestly wasn't trying to knock it over.
You were trying. I saw you were trying to keep it up.
But that little
the game does provide you with the ability to deliberately knock over the tower if you think that that's the moment that your character just goes for it.
Yeah,
but
which I think is also really cool. It's a great way for you to be like, oh, it's the last move, and you know, I really want this to end in romance, but sometimes it's fun not to, because I think, if not, then we would have just been like, stiff upper lip, pretend it never happened. Yeah.
So for what it's worth, on the epilogue chart, if we had a combined score, because obviously the stars are a combined total. It's not that...
us versus...
It's not versus. If we had gotten 1 to 10, the answer is it wasn't the right time, you revealed too much too soon, and the connection is irrevocably broken. 11 to 13 is passion burns bright but fizzles quickly. 14 to 16 is an uneasy intimacy. 17 to 19 is sweet, cherished love with the bitter certainty of loss.
Ooh. And then we got the high score of, that was Damn the World.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neat.
So, because I didn't remember what the high score was.
No, neither did I.
So I didn't know if we had already, like, because I wasn't trying to game, like, oh, I want to make sure that we get the correct number of points, because I don't think there is a correct number.
But I definitely was like, okay, I can use this once a scene. If I can find a way to, I would like to, right? I'd like to push the boundaries, because it also increases the risk of the tower, rather than just playing it safe and all.
69, I think, is the... If there's 18 rows...
18.
If there's 18 rows, then that means that there are... If there's 18 rows, then that means that there's 54 bricks. And if there's 54 bricks, 69, I don't know if that's... possible, because at that point you'd have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So you'd have to, like, flick one of the things so that it shoots out and the entire tower just goes thunk and then stays up.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You have to keep doing that.
Yeah. But I mean, you get to keep moving from the top. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that was for the memes.
The lulz.
Any thoughts, feelings, commentary from you from the chat for our last few minutes? I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. I feel like this game supports a lot of different kinds of role playing. Like we could have, like what we were discussing, it could have been like really dark, like you know, waking me up from surgery and being like, "You're not making it."
Yeah,
like,
I just didn't want to
go
there
die,
today.
and we didn't want. But like, I was okay with that. I didn't necessarily want to go there either. So I think that it supports that. It's interesting. To see the game played out like that. This mechanic
it's
is great.
Perfect. Because it definitely does raise the tension. Anyway, we don't have to be in this tense music anymore. Let's go back into upbeat music. There was a saxophone. Oh, I should have switched to that for the end. I had taken a note of it. Here,
Yeah, go for it.
let's do it. It'll fade in. Very disarming just to watch. The forced restraint gave the inevitability feeling a huge raise.
So this does have a box set that you can buy,
Yeah.
but we have the PDF, and honestly, the PDF is more than enough for this game as well. You can find it on Drive-Thru RPG.
Yep.
It is honestly worth a look, even if you're just a fan of just really tight design.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful book.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful game.
Yeah. Yeah. I really had a lot of fun with it, and I feel like this is also, it's so simple to set up. You build your Jenga tower, like, takes very little time. You print out another set of character sheets, or you could even, get super eco and print it out and like use a washable marker. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun, and like yeah, there needs to be sax after that. I misread one of those letters and I was
Well
like,
then, okay.
sax.
So tomorrow there's Punchy, and tomorrow there's Punchy.
Oh, hi,
Oh,
Cog.
hey. Hey, how's it going?
How's the queen?
Checkmate.
Yeah, tomorrow there is Punchy at 6 o'clock. Saturday sounds like Scott's gonna be streaming something story-based. Sunday, episode 6 of Star Wars Reach, this channel. Monday, not sure. Tuesday, I think something from Scott. Wednesday, Drew Crew, and a stream from you.
Maybe VR at that point. We'll see.
Ooh, if we can get that set up again.
Although it might be Hades. Hades is so much fun. Oh.
Nice. Yes, please do follow or subscribe to our YouTube channel if you... Please. We're very close to that 100, which will allow us to have a proper URL, which would be really nice.
Yeah, that would be.
And then tomorrow and throughout the week, next week, daytimes, I will be streaming more Genshin Impact until I get bored with it or other people get bored with it.
And then you've got other things like potentially to
Yeah,
stream
I've got
if you want.
other potential games, but right now,
Hey,
Genshin's
look,
good.
as long as
It's chill.
Genshin is what you want, that's...
Yeah. I can talk during it. Like, it's not too attention focusy. So yeah, it's a good chill streamage.
Hades is a great game to stream
Yeah.
because like once you clear a room,
You can talk.
you can breathe.
Yeah.
And then when you're doing a room, you're like,
Yeah.
is there never
I mean,
enough
that sounds
waifus?
like this game.
Sometimes maybe all you need is one. Thanks so much for being here with us, and thank you for playing.
Thank you.
I've been waiting to play this game for a long time. I've owned this for a little while.
Yeah.
Haven't had the chance, and it's really great, especially in a time like this. So honestly, folks, thanks, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. And of course, there's always one direction we can go. Up. To the right. Wait for the thing to turn on because I accidentally turned it off. Bye.
Still.